In this session, we want to increase the performance of the game. If a game is lagging and it is a disaster that cannot be played, so I show you different techniques so you can increase the FPS of your game so even you can play that on low-end devices. Technique 1. Occlusion culling. Without occlusion culling, the entire scene is rendered, even objects that are behind the player and not visible to the camera. What we want is to render only what the camera can actually see. To do this, make sure the objects you want to occlude are marked as static. Then go to Window, Rendering, Occlusion Culling, and click Bake. If you switch to the Visualization tab, you'll see that objects outside the camera view are no longer rendered. 2. LOD, or Level of Detail. This means when an object is closer to the player, a high detail model is shown. As the object moves further away, Unity switches to simpler version of the model. There are free plugins on the Unity Asset Store that can automatically generate LODs for you. 3. Light settings. If you want your game to run on low-end devices, it is better to bake lighting instead of using real-time lighting. Also, instead of soft shadows, set the shadow type to hard shadows. Go to Window, Rendering, Lighting. Create a new lighting setting asset. Set indirect lighting to baked. Set light map resolution to 5. Set max light map size to 256. Set light map quality to normal. Enable ambient occlusion. For a stronger depth and occlusion, you can also enable fog. Finally, click Generate Lighting. Wait for a while. You may notice lighting changes during the baking process until everything stabilizes. With these changes, the FPS reached about 30, which is great for my dual-core laptop. On a normal PC or laptop, the FPS will be much higher. If the fog effect is too strong, you can reduce its density. 4. GPU instancing. Go to models that are used repeatedly in the scene. Select your material, then check Enable GPU instancing. GPU instancing allows the GPU to draw many copies of the same object in a single draw call, which greatly improves performance. 5. Smooth height. Go to the Terrain tool and select Smooth height. This reduces sharp height changes and lowers polygon density in the areas where the terrain has been edited. 6. Pixel error. In the last tab of the Terrain tool, there is a slider called Pixel error. Increase its value. Pixel error controls terrain LOD. Higher values reduce terrain detail at a distance, lowering the number of rendered polygons and improving performance. Optimize third models. Drag and drop your model into Blender. In edit mode, you can see the orange wireframe. The denser it is, the more polygon it has, which slows down your game. As a general reference for mobile games, main character should be around 5K to 15K triangles. NPCs and enemies about 1K to 5 triangles. Simple prop from 200 to 1K. Trees and rocks 500 to 10K. Your entire scene should ideally stay under 150K triangles. Enable statistics in Blender to see triangle count. For example, a model might have 20K triangles. To reduce this, go to Modifiers, Add Modifier, Decimate, then lower the ratio. Now the model might be 6K triangles instead of 20K. I didn't decimate the models here because this is just a tutorial. In this scene, the total triangle count is 250K, which is very high, and indicates unoptimized models or too many objects. 8. Static objects. For objects that do not move, mark them as static. This allows Unity to use occlusion culling and static batching. Static batching combines static objects into fewer draw calls, reducing CPU overhead and improving performance. 9. Adjust quality settings. Go to Edit Project Setting Quality. Here, you can set different quality level for each platform. For example, set mobile quality to medium. 10. Reduce texture size. Select the texture and open its Android setting. Enable override and reduce the texture size. Values like 256 or 512 are reasonable for mobile devices. With all these adjustments, the FPS is good even on my old dual-core laptop. When I ran the project on a stronger PC, the FPS went above 100. Even in crowded scenes, performance stays solid. There are two more other optimization techniques that I'll explain later.